Good afternoon. Hello, Deep Howard. Good afternoon, Deep Howard. What was your analysis for this game, kind sir? MCFC. Oh, MC. Forgive me, MC. Um, MC. Forgive me. I don't see how City get anything from this game. I'll be honest. I'm the same, Deep Howard. I got the same as you. I got the same as you. I looked at the midfield duel between the two teams, and I feel like Aston Villa's ones, they're gonna eat City's alive in midfield. I fear for City. I really do. He's not here this evening or today. At least I haven't seen him in like 4 days. Afternoon later. Fury will beat Usyk. He'll stop him in round 10. MC went 3-1. 3-1 to who, MC?
Kurt, you are the goat, sir.
How's it going, Bunzi? Thank you for the 27. It's not... My prediction is Villa will win it like minute 78, something like that. I think Villa have players off the bench that they're going to bring on with plenty of pace that will cause City problems. I think Villa will be dominating the midfield in the opening 60 minutes or so, but they won't be creating too many clear-cut chances. But then eventually they'll bring on Watkins, they'll bring on Bailey, and I think they'll cause City problems.
Let's go, baby. Give me a Kurt spam. Let's go.
Oh, you have zero confidence as well?
Good afternoon, kind sir. Hope you're well.
Mado, that's what I'm saying, MC. So we went with the same, sir. I just couldn't see. I just couldn't see. Oh, interesting. Looking for my 0-2 went with a 4-1 City win and Haaland scoring 2. Who's scoring first? Villa. Villa will make it 1-0. I'll probably say Konsa from a set piece. Then City will equalize via Haaland. And then Watkins will score the winner. Interestingly as well, unless I am mistaken, I think this is Grealish's first start at Villa Park when not wearing the Aston Villa kit. It always seems like he's avoided this match. This is my FPL, I'll show you soon. How's it going, Lamsos? Rossi's gone with... Or so rather, he's made plans for today. Watch Villa City, go out in Manchester for a few hours, and then come back for Palace, Arsenal, and Barca Atleti. Cold, Rossi. And then have you got a bar to watch the boxing tonight? How's it going, Andy, sir? Let's do this, Hamas. Let's get this win. 36% have gone with a Villa win, including me. 40% have gone with a draw. Only 24% have gone with a City win. I do feel like the bookies favor City too much. Like MC said, with Gundogan starting, with Bernardo Silva starting again, it seems to me like we've already seen the script. Closer, Kamil. Afternoon, Clint. How's it going, sir? This is the FPL team I've went with. How many points do you guys think I've got for this week? I'm playing a 4-3-3. Fabianski in goal. Dalot, Gabriel, Lewis Hall, Robinson has been transferred in. Bruno Fernandes, Jared Bowen, Saka, Isaac with the captain's armband, Strand Larson, and Haaland. I've got Semenyo and Rogers on the bench. I think we have a solid 70 points from that. 39. Oh, you're going to buy it on the zone. You brought your sister's iPad. Much love, sir. Thoughts on Brentford forwards? Brentford to win. Best home team in the league, for sure, for sure. They're too good at home. They have too many goals in them. The only trick with this game is it's not like Aston Villa have been playing well. But I think at home, Villa are very strong. They don't get beat often, unless I'm mistaken. I only remember Arsenal coming here and winning. Of course, Aston Villa have beaten Bayern Munich here, drew to Juventus, and Juventus cheated them. I don't think anybody has come and beaten them here. At least I can't remember off the top of my head. Thank you, Rossi. We're getting there coming. Hamburg are 3-0 up. Road to #1 Bundesliga. It's so important to see clubs like Hamburg back in the Bundesliga. I hope Schalke can join them soon, and even 1860 Munich. But Hamburg in particular, man, you guys are too young to remember Hamburg from the late 70s, early 80s. Incredible football club. Oh, mistake already. The run is in. He scuffed his lines. That should have been 1-0 Villa inside 20 seconds. Mistake, I think, by... Was it Akanji? It's Gvardiol again. With the mistake. I can't believe Duran took the shot from there. For someone who's usually as composed as he is, all he had to do was just keep going and then shoot. Shocking mistake from Duran. Maybe the chance came a bit too early. I don't know. I think BTTS is guaranteed. Oh, I think I analyzed the game perfectly and goal. Crossbar. Incredible. 2 chances for Aston Villa inside 1 minute. The clock has not said the goal. The ball has crossed the line. We should have had 2 goals inside a minute. What a save by Ortega. Oh my days. I don't know how Manchester City are not losing. We analysed the game perfectly, chat. Oh, what a game we have, and there's some dirty... Is that the... It's another save by Ortega. It is all Villa so far.
Another great year with you, kind sir. The best.
That's in, chat. The ball's in. The ball's in. I'm sorry, chat. The ball is in. I'm sorry to say, but the ball is in. The ball is in. What has Ortega just done? If he's actually kept that one out... Oh my days. Wow. I would like to see the goal line technology, please. To me, it looks like the ball went in. It looks like the ball was in. Aston Villa looking like they're going to overpower Manchester City with their physicality. Tyler, if you think technology is completely immune from making mistakes, be careful how you live your life. How's it going, not Kwasi? Napoli have a big game away to Genoa and the best league in the world. Then we switch to the classic Bars Atleti. Then watch the future of the heavyweights. Cold, not quasi. Super Saturday, sir. I still would like to see another image, please, of the ball. To me, it looked like it crossed the line. Interestingly, it seems like Tielemans is playing as a number 10 for Aston Villa as well, with Onana and Kamara behind him. That's where I feel like Aston Villa will have the big advantage. It's in midfield. Grealish is getting some boost. It's his first start at Villa Park as an opposition player. No, it's not double. We're usually very critical, by the way, of Ollie Watkins. We can't let the run off the hook because that was a shocking mistake. He had all the time in the world as well. Oh, Grealish going for goal at his former stadium. Interesting. What's the statistic again, chat? How he hasn't scored in 2024, right? He hasn't scored a single goal. Oof. Get stuck in there, Matty. Trouble. Good tackle by Onana. Lovely, Tielemans, lovely. Corner Villa. I love that from Tielemans. Tielemans is always looking forward, and that's what I like about him. He's always trying to play forward. Who do you think City have to sign this January to save their season? Funny you mentioned that because MCFC has reported that apparently City are not getting neither Bruno nor Subimendi in January. I thought one of them was a certainty to save their season. If they can't get a defensive midfielder, and especially someone on that level, I don't think their season is salvageable. I don't understand how Bernardo and Gundogan keep starting. That's the most perplexing to me. Can we see your FPL? I'm currently bored and I want to burst out laughing. Just have a look at the mirror, mate. So here we go. Apparently it was... That's one of the saves of the season from Ortega. Wow. Crazy. City want Reinders, but he's going to sign a new contract with Milan. Do you have any confirmation on that? Thank you, Adam. May I get a badge of honor? Madre mia, cold. What's Yami doing on that? He's shooting from everywhere, isn't he? John, relax, bro. Relax. They want him, Kyrie. You think City prefer a player like Ederson? No. Ederson wouldn't suit the way City play. Even though Ederson, I think, is the best of the lot. Maybe actually not ahead of Zubimendi, but yeah, Zubimendi would be perfect for City, but apparently they're not making an offer. What do you think of Enmecha from Dortmund? Every single time I've watched him play, he's incredible. Reminds me of Bellingham when he was there. Alba, he's a bit more defensive. We're looking for someone that will be happy to be a backup once Rodri comes back. But that's the thing, like, with the way Rodri was playing last season, he was attacking so much that I feel like a double pivot with like a Bruno Guimaraes would make a lot of sense. And then you play like a Verts or like a Musiala in front if you're going to try get one of them as well. I know this would never happen, but do you think Hakan suits City? Hakan walks into any team in the world. He's not going anywhere. Wally, I've noticed something, by the way. You ask some stupid questions, you know. Would the best deep line playmaker in world football suit a team? Yeah, no fucking shit he would. Dumb fuck. Shh. Realistically, what is Duran's potentials here? I'd probably say 84, Theodore. 84. He's a fantastic player, but he is a bit one-dimensional. He's still young. So we'll see. How's it going, Jespers here? That's a good show, Sudden. City are claiming a penalty here. City are adamant that this should be a penalty. I didn't see anything. Let's have a look. McGinn on Gvardiol. Nah, not enough for me. Not enough for me. I agree, Kritzy. I don't think enough is being made about that because he had all the time in the world. That's a shocking miss, the first chance that the one had. I wonder if it came too early. Like, you know, when you're playing football, sometimes you need a little bit of time to get into the game. You got a chance in 20 seconds. Maybe it came a bit too early. But how did he snake you guys, Maher? How? How? Ooh. Grealish is looking very sharp. Oof. How many Villa players get into the current City team in your opinion? If you're doing a combined 11, I think Emi Martinez gets in. I think Konsa gets in. I mean, currently right now, Digne is playing better than Gvardiol, but overall I wouldn't take him ahead. I think Onana 100% gets into the City team. I think Tielemans gets in. I mean, you could make an argument all three Villa midfielders get in actually, because let's not forget Kamara's a fantastic player. I'll probably say Rodgers gets in as well. Duran, he doesn't get in. DeMarco to Bayern for Davis replacement. Thoughts? Listen. Okay, listen. I'm sick and tired of like you guys think we play Football Manager or we play career mode, man. Let's start addressing stuff how it is. I'm bored. Do you guys ever understand context before you announce and link someone to someone else? DeMarco is an Inter fan. He grew up with the Inter fans watching us win everything there was to win in 2010. Why the fuck would he leave the club? Do you guys not understand how these things work? Like, are you stupid or something? Much less go to fucking Munich. Like, why the fuck would he go to Munich when Inter are better than Bayern Munich? It's like, I don't understand. It's like, this ain't Football Manager. This ain't career mode. It's like, you gotta make realistic transfers. I expect nothing less from you, Dabo, because you're one stupid idiot. But like, god damn it, man. Keep the same rhetoric for Trent. What do you mean keep the same rhetoric for Trent? In 2 weeks' time, Trent can speak to any club in the world. How is it the same situation? Ooh. Oh, again, that's got to be a yellow. Has to be. Grealish rightfully so is asking for a yellow here. And Grealish has some words for Matty-Cash. If I lip read that one correctly, he called him effing moron. Prem think players want to leave Inter. Prem clubs got rejected by your star players because they love your club. They don't buy it. That's what I'm saying, Theodore. Trent is a Liverpool. How is it the same though? How is it the same? His contract expires. Also, Trent realizes there's big problems at Liverpool. Inter are, at the moment, we're a club that can dominate for the next 10 years. I can't say the same for Liverpool. Trent went from playing alongside the likes of Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, Gini Wijnaldum, to now playing alongside Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Dominic Szoboszlai. It's not the same situation at all. And the players that Liverpool have that are good, they're very much aging. It's not the same at all. You think so, Stag? It's been an interesting game because Villa should have scored inside the minute. Lovely Tillemans. Madre mia che giocador. Rodgers is in. He can play the run here. He does the run. 1-0 Villa. Rodgers assist. But I want you guys to keep an eye on Yuri Tillemans. Because this player is having an incredible season. That vertical pass he's played to Rodgers. Fuck, Rodgers is on the bench in FPL for me. Shit, man. You think it's too easy, but honestly, full credit to Yuri Tillemans. 1-0 Villa. Madre mia. Ooh. The problems for Manchester City continue. You could definitely say the gap here between Rico Lewis and Stones, Kovacic. Stones came out. It's a disaster. It's a complete disaster. Because Stones came out to press Tillemans. Rico Lewis is too inexperienced to understand that when your centre back leaves, you got to go and fill in. Or at least you got to close the gap. He doesn't do that. 1-0 Villa. Fuck, chat, I've got Rodgers on the bench in FPL. Chat, do you guys think there's a chance any of these players may miss the game? Fuck, man. Maybe Dalot gets benched. Oh, I've not even got him as first substitute. It's over. Oh, another slip by Rico Lewis. Oh, Rogers. It's a mismatch there between Rogers and Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis simply not good enough. Not good enough. I think with Manchester City, it's obvious what they have to do when everybody is fully fit again. They can't play with Lewis or Walker. They got to go 4 centre backs again. They have to. They have to go Stones, Diaz, Akanji, and Gvardiol or Ake. But obviously they don't have them all fully fit at the moment. Villa don't miss Douglas Luiz at all. He misses them. It's Tielemans, man. Tielemans has gone up a level. Honestly, he's been so good this season. So good. And I think we could see the best of Tielemans now with being played further advanced as well, because he's got 2 players behind him who are going to protect him in Kamara and Onana. 2 players, by the way, who Manchester City would desperately need at the moment. Have City entered their banter era like Arsenal did a decade ago? It's a tough question to answer because I wonder if City will go big in the summer, or in January. Because remember, the reason Arsenal had a banter era to start with is because they were selling their best players. I don't think City will do that. But what's happening at the moment is very interesting. They need January to come. They need reinforcements. They obviously had a terrible transfer window in January. It was a very arrogant transfer window. Mistakes were made. And they're paying the price. In all likelihood, 100%, we're going to crown new champions of England for the first time since 2020. You know, that thing that Sky Sports do at the end of the season. Because remember, in 2020, we didn't see it with fans in the stadium at Anfield. We're going to crown new champions of England for the first time with fans since 2017. When, of course, Don Antonio Conte's Chelsea dominated the Premier League. It's incredible. Do you think Watkins has fallen off? I don't think he was ever that man to begin with. With Duran, it's simple. He starts, he scores. There was a period he's coming off the bench, he scores. We'll start him and he scores. He should have had 2 today, but how will this affect Haaland's legacy? He is ghosting in the super team. He hasn't touched the ball though. So how exactly is this a super team if they can't bring the ball to Haaland? But that's a good question of what will Haaland be thinking. Because I genuinely believe if Haaland was playing for Barcelona this season, I think he'd finish with 50, 60 goals in all competitions. And, questions will begin to be asked. Will Haaland be interested in potentially going to Spain to recreate the Ronaldo-Messi rivalry with Mbappe and go head-to-head? It's interesting. I think Haaland will want reassurances in the summer. Because I don't think he's happy playing with these players behind him. Nicholas Jackson scores and you show no respect. Duran is 2 times the player Jackson is. No, I'm with you, deep-powered. Haaland is a concern for FPL at the moment, for sure. I mean, he's been a concern for some time. Obviously, people like me and you, we've stuck with him. Can you tell D-Power to stop inviting me for OG Fortnite? I'm currently busy watching the game. That's not true, OC. That's not true. D-Power is watching the game. Liar. And that sums up City. Selling Alvarez and not buying a replacement was a huge mistake, 100%. The Alvarez one, I commented that at the time. He was very disrespected by his own fans last season. Apparently City want a backup striker. I wonder who would be willing to join City to be a backup to Haaland. It's a bit like the problem Spurs had with when they had Harry Kane. They always wanted a backup striker, but who was willing to go in to be a backup for Harry Kane? It's a very tough situation. Alvarez was perfect because, of course, he could also play in midfield. Even though City fans didn't like him in that position, but he sure is shit better than everybody playing on this pitch behind Haaland at the moment. What a shot from Grealish, and that pretty much sums up why he hasn't scored a single goal in 2024. What a shot. No, there isn't, Eddie. What a shot. It's time to get Haaland out of the power ranking. He needs to earn his spot back. Don't be disrespectful. Do they show all of it though? Oh yeah, this is good because they show all of it. They show all of it. So here's the thing, what happens here. Stones goes very high on Tielemans. Then there's a gap that's been left there. I mean, brilliant play by Tielemans, right? However. And then of course Rodgers finds the run and it's over. However, listen. Growing up, I was told, if you're a right fullback here, his position is completely off. If you see that there's a hole there, you got to go and fill that. Because this space here is not dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. Rico Lewis doesn't go to fill in. That's a big, big problem. He doesn't go to fill in. But again, I don't want to take anything away from Tielemans because for me, that's his goal, you know. That's a pre-assist which doesn't get recorded. It's not an assist, nor is it a goal. But he made the goal. And this is what's not counted. How many of these did Lionel Messi have in his career? They're not registered. But those of us that watch the game, we've seen. He has to finish. You have to go. You learn this at local academies. You do, Spiros. It's incredible to me. And he's looking at him as well. Foden is horrendous. Is he even playing? I've not even seen him. Uh-oh. Whew. Greetings from Spain. Who do you think is favourite to win the Champions League? Not favourite, but I picked Atletico Madrid to win the Champions League before the season started. And I'm sticking with it. That's a ball.
Good day, kind sir. Tuning in a bit
Yeah.
later today. As
No.
the watcher who isn't watching that much Premier League, I am
No,
really
it's been
surprised by the lack
it's
of
been a
advertising.
problem
Is it only the TV
in a lot of Premier
broadcasters,
League
the atmosphere
matches,
in Italy
especially
is
the
not
early
on the same
kickoff.
level than Germany and Italy?
What's next for Pep if he loses this game again? Well, he's not going to get sacked, is he? I mean, it does seem like it's a tactic from City when they haven't got the ball. Stones is pushing very, very high up on Tielemans. No point sticking Foden in flops. No one raised that bun. So disrespectful. What would it take for him to get sacked? I honestly think he could lose every single game and he still wouldn't get sacked. It would have to take like another bad start to next season for maybe there to be a potential or a word where he gets sacked. And that sums up Bernardo Silva. Wow. Big problems, AZ. The Prem is full of old people and rich people. The working class who brought all the atmosphere is gone and it's all sanitized and boring, says WH. I don't even think Arabic is justified for Bernardo Silva at this point. I think he needs to learn maybe even Chinese, go to the Chinese Super League. I don't even think he's good enough for Saudi League. It's so crazy how bad he's fallen off. I mean, he was bad last season though, and that's something people forget about. Oscar's left, no? He can go replace Oscar. He's been shit for 2 years, I would say. Kind sir, at what point do we ban Haaland from the FPL? It's a good question. It's a good question. For me, I still keep faith in Haaland because Haaland will finish top scorer of the Premier League come the end of the season. I'm confident about that. So that's why you got to keep him. We're going to ride the lows, but the highs as well. He will score goals. We know that. Is that justified 50 million? That's a completely different question. But I look at all the premiums in FPL. We know Salah's going to fall off. We know the Christmas tweet is coming. We know the Christmas tree is coming. And we know in the second half of the season he will fall off. Cole Palmer, I think he's having a bit of an overrated season by some people. I don't think he's been as good as certain people are making him out to be. And the responsibility at Chelsea is very much shared. So I still believe in Haaland that he will score the most goals. Whether he's worth 50 million, it's tough. It's tough. I think he would have been offside. He would have been off. Because he's still the best striker in the world, Harris. Palmer is the best player in the league at the moment. No, he's not. I don't know where this idea is coming from. To say that Palmer is the best player in the league is ridiculous. How can you say Palmer is better than Salah? On what metric? It's so crazy. I don't think Palmer's been better than Saka this season. Oh, Onana driving forward. You watch number 24 play football, and honestly, it's exactly Everton City are missing. It's who Barcelona could have got as well, by the way. Man, it's exactly who Barcelona need. And yeah, by that logic, Van Dijk is having a better season as well. And I would also say, attention, Duran! Offside. And I would also say Palmer's not even been Chelsea's most important player. I think that's Caicedo. Do you think it's possible Haaland and Mbappe peaked early because they were playing at the top level since they were 18, 19? And do you think something similar can happen to Yamal? No. Absolutely not. To both questions. Well, the Mbappe one maybe. Because his characteristics are very much physically reliant and speed reliant. I think Haaland will only get better and better.
Hey, let me get a Kurt spam. Let's go. Let me get a Kurt spam in the chat. Let's go, baby. Give me a Kurt spam. Let's go. Vamos, Kurt.
Much love, Ledet. Thank you for the 61 months, bro. Hope all is well. Thank you for the updates at Mohadinho. Attention, Foden. Oh, forces a save from Emi Martinez. That's much, much better than or for Manchester City. I don't think they've been playing that bad, actually, this game when they've had the ball. The problem is when they haven't had the ball. Nice of Foden to make an appearance. Be another corner. Tag, tag, tag. Yeah, it's a good question. Mistake by Grealish. Now then, it's a 3 against 2. McGinn looking for Tielemans, and I wonder if he picked the wrong player there. Grealish for a second thought, oh, look at that, that sums it up. Gundogan bullied. I wonder if Grealish thought he was still playing for Aston Villa there because he gave it straight to a Villa player. That's a good point, Odias. To be fair, he should have forced the yellow out of Matty Cash. I don't know how he didn't get yellow carded. What would you say to Grealish if he was your teammate? I would tell him to cut the shit. Listen, I'm very surprised how... That has to be a yellow, surely. It's his 4th, 5th free kick. Finally, he gets a yellow. With Grealish, I'm very surprised how it's almost like everybody's accepted that, oh, he's the party guy, he's the guy that drinks too much, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like that's accepted. And people love it, that, and people, and he almost goes along with that. It's very, very sad, you know? Because it's always like, oh, Pep destroyed Grealish. Well, what about Grealish himself? Has he really given 100%? I don't think he has. Will we see Carragher say leave the football to Grealish, or is it just for Casemiro and not his English mates? Good question. And that obviously sums up Grealish's shooting abilities, which we know have never been his strongest attribute. That's the thing. It's 100 million player. But I also feel like it goes both ways. I do feel like people sometimes forget his contribution in the treble season as well. He had a fantastic season. Now, is it enough, 100 million for 1 year? He's only given them one good season. But it was a season where they won everything there was to win. But I do think people forget how good he was that season. How important he was for Manchester City. Oh. They're targeting the kid. Grealish is when you take Beckham's hair and Rooney's alcoholism and the talent of neither. It was as bad as Foden though, Wally, because Hazard had only registered one goal in the season after he was PFA Player of the Year in 2016. What is Duran's ceiling? Probably say 84 potential. Where do you see him at 25, 26? I see Duran to Chelsea happening eventually. I think Chelsea will realize they'll persist with Jackson, then they realize that he's not good enough, and eventually they have to panic. Oof. Very underrated player, Devil, as we're seeing already. His influence was never quite valued, Julian Alvarez. James says we will sell Watkins and keep Duran. Who would buy Watkins though? I feel like the window to sell Oli Watkins would have been last summer. Spurs obviously went for Solanke. I think they would have got Watkins if given the chance. But I don't know who would really go for Watkins. Arsenal. Liverpool. Maybe. Maybe, chat. Lovely play by Haaland. Oh, Foden dispossessed again. Another Jesus, literally. Potential for Marguyo. He's a killer. I would say 81 potential. I was surprised when Barcelona let him go because they don't have a natural replacement for Lewandowski. But you gotta wonder, why would Barcelona have let him go? And for that cheap as well. They must not have believed in him. Marguyo is a very one-dimensional striker, but obviously he's got incredible qualities inside the box. Reminds me of like a C-Tech Icardi. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you guys get that as well? Momentarily lost footage from Villa Park. You had that as well? Inter Bombasso. Oh my days, what's happening, Kyrie? Kyrie. According to the English media, Agumé is the new transfer target of Arteta's Arsenal. Barcelona are also interested. We never gave him enough time, man. Kyrie, honestly. That's a ball. That should have been 1-1. That should have been 1-1. This is where City have had most of their success via Grealish's side. This time Grealish delivered a really good ball. Gvardiol here for me. He has to score that. I wonder if the ball was a little bit too high. Maybe. Nice. Don't know who that is, James. Fofana and Badiashile are out for a while. Who do Chelsea go and get in January? I mean, you got to look for opportunities in it. Skriniar will be available. You're not going to get some brilliant defender. Thoughts about Fury saying he did not speak to his wife for 3 months. He was here in Malta and he was locked in. I told you when I seen that, when I had a look at his eyes, I seen a very different Tyson Fury for sure. And you have to be like that, you know. For me, it's incredible. Like if you go into a fight and all these fighters, oh my days, Rogers is bullying the City players. Que jogador. Tielemans goes for the anchor position. McGinn is so shit. Imagine anybody else there. Holy shit. Rogers, is there a penalty? Nothing given. Oh, Onana caught napping. And that's what Haaland does to all the people that are saying, where's Haaland? There is Haaland. There is Erling Haaland. But yeah, I was saying, I don't know how these fighters have these fights and you bring your kids and your wife and you got to go in that kill or be killed mentality, you know. No, but you won't know that down for Haaland though. You won't. Fury will win by TKO round 10. Halftime, Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0. To be honest, I think City with the ball, they haven't been bad. They haven't created enough clear-cut chances. Oh shit. Emi Martinez versus Grealish. Now then. It's just that when they haven't had the ball, it looks way too easy to dissect the City defense. I think Aston Villa deservedly in the lead. You could say they should have been 2-0 up because they should have scored in the opening minute. I think we've analyzed this game very well. But yeah, basically exactly like I predicted. By the way, chat, imagine Barcelona for a second if they had him in midfield. Holy shit, bro. Because they were linked with him, but they chose Dani Olmo. And I wonder if that was the correct decision. It feels to me like that would have been the missing player. Incredible by Rogers as well. Bombasso from MC. Same shit, different week. MC, I'm sorry, but MC, he's not good. I don't know if he's ever going to make it. He's only 20, MC. But we were saying at halftime, it's crazy to me how he didn't realize that he has to go cover for the center back who pushed out. It doesn't make sense. He's good as well. Squad player at best, says MC. Rossi says, any idea when Foden is going to turn up? Both benches could make things very interesting. Villa have Bailey and Watkins. City have Doku and Savio, as well as, of course, De Bruyne.
I can't with this team anymore. Give us the January transfer window now. Nothing can save us.
Nah, I'm with you. I don't think, I said this at the time, I don't think there's anything you can do. But I mean, maybe there is something. Because why does he keep playing the same players? That's the thing, MC. Exactly. These two look even worse. You're right. After every single week that goes by. Now, I don't know. Obviously, we're not watching City train. But are we really saying that he's much worse? Can he not be given a chance to play instead of Bernardo Silva? Like, can he really do worse? I'm very surprised if the answer is yes, because they're providing nothing. MC says he's too loyal to them. We are in serious trouble. What's going on? Who is we? Justin. Barca are looking for a stadium to play the knockout stages of the Champions League, as the Montujucic will not be available. And Camp Nou is unlikely to be ready. No way. No way Atletico will let you guys play at the Metropolitano. Mestalla. What the fuck is this? This club, man. Wasn't the new Camp Nou supposed to be ready? What is this? I'm getting ice shit. This is the stadium, apparently. Oh, Espanyol Stadium. Yeah, no chance will Espanyol let you guys play there. Not a chance. Jota exposed. What happened?
So I've just been playing champs. Just got into my first game of weekend league. Look who the fuck I've come up against. He's just twatted me 3-1. Jota, get a grip. You've got Spurs on Sunday. So
It's crazy, honestly. And it's always the same shit. It's like, how the fuck can you still be playing that fucking game on the 21st of December? If you're Arne Slot, I mean, surely you set some kind of boundary. I've said this, the same thing with Jurgen Klopp. Jota had potential, but the key word is had. He's not going to be able to fulfill it. He pops up with good stuff every now and then, but then all of a sudden, when he has to play accumulated amount of games, he can't do it because you can see in his eyes, the guy was up until 5 a.m. playing Foot Champions. It's not healthy. If you're playing a football video game that had a legitimate skill gap, then it's fine. It's okay. It's healthy for you. You can't be playing that shit. That can't be healthy for the player. That's affecting the player in a negative way. It's incredible. Hamed says, good half, sir. I will not get too overexcited yet because obviously there's still another 45 minutes to go. But I am happy with that first half.
On about FIFA. If
Yeah.
you weren't banned, you wouldn't be off it. Don't lie.
Are you freaking stupid, Rodigi? It's the worst FIFA ever released. How the fuck are you still playing that shit? If the game was good, I can understand. Are you stupid, Rodigi? I didn't know you goated at this game too. I goated at every game, bro. Every game. Is there a clip on me? Is this the Marvel Rivals game? How did you guys expose me? Tag. Jamie Vardy has been known to teach himself choice insults in the native language of the center backs marking him. Nah, that's elite. That's elite, man. I used to do the same thing when I was competing. Like, if I'm playing against a German player, I'd be there on Google Translate, you gotta get into their head. That's elite stuff. Jamie Vardy, Unfortunately, they don't make him like him anymore. It's so sad. No problem, Daniel. It's Aston Villa deservedly in the lead. This is what I don't get. They say 0.28 xg. How is it 0.28 xg? This is where I start losing the xg. You're telling me City created more clear-cut chances than Villa. I don't understand. Both the run chances were at least 0.5 each. I don't get it. I don't understand how that works. Yamal is still a kid, Naip. He's still a kid. Allow him, he's still a kid. Quick tell it. Atleti. Koke, he's been there for a while, you know, man. It's crazy. No way, I was gonna say. No. What? Yeah. Yeah, he'll be number 2. He's been there for time. Chat. Petition to Google. Yeah. This is tough. I'm such a nerd, man. Oh my days, I'm such a nerd. This could be anybody. It's tough. I thought it would have been Carrasco, I'll be real. Nah.
Next one.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna check Morata because he played with him in Spain as well. But I mean, Yeah. Savage. Lorente. I wouldn't have thought Lorente. Savage. Carrasco was the closest as well. That's not bad. That's not a bad effort at all. Tag. Nah, Miranda left for us. Vardy when he's being marked by Tomiyasu.
Let me put it in a language you can understand. Oh, so sorry. No charming here. You deliver. Wrong place. Let me put it in a language you can understand.
Expect not unless one more see. I mean... Thank you, Jacob. No. I wonder, by the way, if they can actually do worse. Not sure, you know. How many points did Chelsea get in that season? Nah. 50 points. Nah. That's the worst defending champions. You can't do. Wait, how many points did Leicester get? Oh wow, Leicester got 44 the year after they won it. Nah, City ain't gonna do as bad as these two. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong screen. Leicester got 44 and then... Oh, Leicester got 44 points. Chelsea got 50. They're saying Walker is on. For who? It's got to be for Rico, isn't it? You actually went against City. Are you not afraid MC won't continue to pay the rent? Ha, good one. It's 4 stones. Yeah, it's 4 stones. He's injured again, man. Do they keep rushing him back and then... Yeah, he can't play. It's crazy. Yeah, that's the thing, MC. Like... Yeah. What was your potential before the injury? 1 to 99, I would say 67. I had 67 potential, which was, of course, I mean, professional level. Yeah. Chat, most of you guys probably think that you had like 80s or something, bro. Relax yourselves. Yeah, sure thing. No, I couldn't. Oh, oh. Cole Tillemans. Look at Tillemans go. That's a yellow, ref. Yellow card for Rico Lewis. Oh, interesting. MC says we have to rush him back because we don't have much depth due to our small squad obsession. So all our centre backs are rushed back and get injured. Happened with Diaz again. He's out for a month. Diaz is out for 1 month. Oh, MC. And the issue is this back four. We've already seen the story. How this one's gonna end. Nah, Rodgers is so good, man. Holy shit. Yeah. We're looking very good for the 9 points here. These will be important, huge for the leaderboard. In an ideal world, like I said, we get a Haaland goal and Villa win 2-1. If Rodri didn't get injured, do you think City would be top of the table? I'll probably say they'll be first or second, yeah. Probably second. I don't know why you guys are saying no with such confidence. Look at Tillemans. Oh my days, que jogador. Que jogador Tillemans. McGinn. Lovely playing. Matty Cash. This selfish prick. This selfish twat who had to change nationality because he's not good enough to ever get in the freaking, not even in the English under 21s. But Yuri Tillemans, man of the match by some distance. If you love football today, you'd love Tillemans' performance. Keep an eye on Duran, by the way, because there was contact outside the box. There was contact way outside the box. Because for those wondering where was Duran, well, there was contact outside the box. Was the hardest esport to go pro into? In my opinion, Fortnite. I probably... I mean, yeah, Fortnite is a good shout, but the amount of people that play the game. I'll probably say, in terms of pure skill gap, I'd probably say Rocket League. If United get Cunha and a left wing back in January, do they finish top 6? I think they'll finish top 4. Or they should, at least. No other game. When you played football, what was the dribble you did the most? Oh, I was a bit, I never done many skill moves. I relied a lot on, oh, here we go, Duran's made a run. Tillemans has found him. Duran, it's 2. Is it off? It's off. It's offside. Good run there from Duran, but Tillemans, yet again, basically unplayable. He's just offside. He went a little bit early. Madre mia. This Yuri Tillemans performance, wow. But yeah, I never relied on skills. I get like Messi. So basically, I'll be dribbling, and then I'll do like a simple. It wasn't much. And then go the opposite way. Just the body alone. And then feint the opposite way. I also like the step over. But I didn't do much. So do that, and then go the opposite way. Sometimes the double one always got people. So do one to feint, and then obviously you take it to the other. You have to have explosivity, especially in your knees and calves. Foden, no. So do that, and then go. Fuck me, stiff as an OAP. I'm literally showing them in slow motion so you guys can see, idiots. Tillemans, there was someone I remember had a Tillemans agenda. I don't know who in my chat. They'd always hate on Tillemans. Top player. Was it Pamania? Was it actually? Pamania had a Tillemans agenda. Was it? Was he? Pamania, the chat are saying. Why did he have a Tillemans agenda? What the fuck? Pamania Steaks. We need to revisit some of those videos. We had recorded like so like in 3 years' time or stuff like that. Nah, Pamania must have a few howlers in there. Tillemans, I tell you, in this position, Jugador, man. Team of the season worthy for sure, I think. Pamania said he runs like Basin and his passes were like Scholes, was missing chromosomes. What the fuck? Harsh. Did you do a lot of long diagonal balls or was it more short distance passing? No, I done a lot of long ones, Theodore. Sometimes too much. Even in the pickup games we played in Stockholm, I'd go for the outside foot, crossfield pass, which is not a pass that many footballers do because it's the wrong technique. Like you should hit it underneath. But I'd go for the outside foot. And the issue with the outside foot was that it's tough to control the ball, especially if you're not obviously like a professional football player. Because the spin is coming outwards like that. People always used to complain. I'd nutmeg you. Sure thing, little bro. That's my dream one day. I'd love to play a football match with my chat. Can I have a spoiler for Torino versus Bologna and a few players who you think will stand out? Torino, Bologna. I'll probably go with Torino to win. Maybe 2-0. I think Shea Adams, after that goal, will be full of confidence. I'll be real, full of confidence. Shea Adams to score and Torino to win. Really, Hoodie? We'd need to set it up somewhere. Like, you know what we could do? I'd have to travel to a place where obviously like most of my chat is from, which is either UK, but what if we go to Netherlands and set up a pickup match in Netherlands? There's a lot of individuals we have in Netherlands. Epi, Amori, Osi. Look how close that was from the run, man. It was a really good run. To the UK. We could do it UK. Oh, good tackle by Akanji on the run, but it seems like both players could be injured. You can stay at my place. No way. Thank you for the offer, Appy, but I would rather stay outside and sleep outside next to a homeless person than go in that stinking room of yours. I think he landed awkwardly, Akanji. Harris. Do you think Emery would have won the 2020 FA Cup if he stayed at Arsenal? It's a tough question. It's tough to answer. I don't think so. I mean, people forget the teams Arsenal eliminated to win that one. Aubameyang was on fire, you know. It didn't seem like Emery could get them firing. So it's tough to say. We know Emery's a cup specialist, but I think that was a very tough FA Cup that Arsenal won that year. I think they beat City and Chelsea at Wembley, which wasn't easy. Who would you love to play with and with who against from the chat? I'd love to play, like, I feel like me and Amori would have a good connection on the pitch against plenty of people. I'd love to play against Basement, give him a fucking cheeky elbow right to his ribcage. He'll be gasping for where the fool. It'll be one of those like disguised ones where the referee can't see it. Green Devil says, how can a team that has conceded 1 goal in the Champions League still be in danger of falling out of the top 8? It's crazy. But that's the format, you know? That's the format. We've got to win those last 2. Why do you glaze Amori so much when I thought he plays the AFC, which you hate? The kid's a freak when it comes to the sport, man. He understands it on a level at that age, which is not normal, basically. Yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't have flaws. Plenty of flaws. And in all likelihood, he won't reach his full potential. But his ball knowledge is absolutely incredible. And I've not seen many people, never mind at any age, with his level of ball knowledge. So yeah, of course, you know. I don't know how he is as a football player. Maybe really bad. I don't know. Oh, good pressing from Duran. Full crook starting for West Ham. Fuck, I was banking on Bowen to start up front for my FPL. Imagine you and Stokes double pivot and many number 10. Yeah, Stokes double pivot. I had a chance to play with Stokes in one of those FIFA tournaments when we done a pickup game, but he was he didn't come and play. He dodged it. Which, of course, I don't think that'll surprise many people. Rogers, post. Part of me is kind of glad he didn't score that one because that would have been a goal and an assist, and I've got him chilling on my FPL bench. He's been so lively. And since Walker has come on, we've seen even more of him. Which is no surprise. Gvardio's got to do better there, though, man. Gvardio, listen, I've built you as a generational defender. You got to get stuck in there. That's not good enough, man. That's not... You didn't become best defender in the World Cup making tackles like that. You got to clean. Did he actually, Dorf? He's so good, man. They are scary, MC, but it's very scary against this backline, isn't it? Minute 60, still no substitutions from City. I'd be expecting Doku and Savio to come on. But Pep is seems like he's being a bit stubborn here with the subs. We're just not really seeing anything the second half from the 4 people behind Haaland, let's be honest. Gundogan and Foden may as well not even be playing. Oh yeah, sorry, Walker came on. Aside from that, I mean attacking substitutions, I suppose. Mado Telemans again. Jesu, what a performance. Holy shit. Aston Villa have dominated the midfield battle. How would this season affect Guardiola's legacy? Oh, it will have a big effect. I think it opens up the GOAT manager debate again, for sure, no doubt about it. There's still years left. We'll see what Jose can do, what Ancelotti can do. For sure, of course, it's going to have a big effect. You know, Pep was looked at the reason I had him as GOAT was because of that reason specifically. Jose had bad seasons. Sir Alex had bad seasons. Ancelotti has had bad seasons, but it didn't seem like Pep was capable of having a bad season. Well, here we are. Haaland is effing shit. Can't do anything unless the ball is placed in front of him when he's 8 yards out. Keep exposing your ball knowledge, Prince. No problem. What a dumb statement. Oh, Nana. And that's been the difference. That has been the difference. Tag. No. The issue as well, I feel, with City is in the past, even though Pep didn't use it often, if ever actually didn't use it often, but it was always a possibility that City could always go two up top if needed. I remember back when they had Gabriel Jesus and Aguero, Pep done it for a few games and they looked scary. And the same thing with Haaland and Alvarez, even though he didn't do it often, they had that ability if they want, where they can go two up top. Change it up a little bit. If the wingers are doing bad, if the attacking midfielders are doing bad, you go two up top. They don't have that opportunity. They can't do that, so it has to be the same system. Look at Rodgers. Oh, what a game he's had. Oh, he's still going, Rodgers. Oh, madre mia. Que jogador. Here come Villa. McGinn, back to Rodgers. Rodgers, incredible. Absolutely incredible. He started it and he has just finished it. Oh, I'm probably going to have 14 points just chilling on the bench in FPL. That's the only negative. But ladies and gentlemen, we are watching a superstar here. 2-0 Villa. Kyle Walker, he came on and City have looked more vulnerable than they ever did, which is absolutely no surprise. Rodgers, the former City player, of course. What a move. What a goal from Aston Villa. Incredible. Look at where he starts with the ball. He turns Walker inside and out. And off he goes. Pure power, pace, strength. Shrugs off Kovacic. Still is able to play the ball. But then look at this. He gets in the position there to receive it. And the finish on his left foot. That's a complete player. That's an absolutely complete player. He scored in Dele Alli shouts, but for me, chat, if I'm going to be completely honest, that's Kaka-esque. That's Kaka-esque. Dele Alli never had the ability to pick up the ball from that deep and start running at defenders and getting past them like that. That's Kaka-esque. 2-0 Villa, and it's a fully deserved lead. Madre mia. No, he couldn't. Hazard-esque ball carrying. I think it's Kaka-esque because it's pure pace and it's pure power. Like Hazard was vary it a lot more. This is just simply like, I'm gonna get the ball, I'm gonna go there. Can you stop me? No is the answer. Look at Onana. Oh, the ball almost fell to Haaland. Oh, chat, I'm gonna cry, man. I didn't even put him as first bench player, chat. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, bro. I put him second bench player. Oh, chat. Look at him. He's still going again, Rodgers. Oh, he's still going again. On your feet. Come on, you fat fucks. Jesus, que jogador, man. Oh. Thank you, Goncalo, for the 11. Yenvi says, I do not fear Liverpool. City was the only one I felt could a challenge. I present the Premier League champions Chelsea Football Club, says Yenvi. Yenvi, it's interesting. It seems like City were still the team some rival fans were fearing, where they're definitely out of it now. If you didn't think they were out of it before, we will have new champions of England. That is a matter of fact. MC says crazy how Palmer, Rodgers, Delap, Lavia all start for us. But it's all good. We win the net spend trophy. It's actually crazy, innit, MC? Those players that you're naming there. Savio's coming on. I felt like Pep left it a bit too late here. It was obvious nothing was happening, and I don't know why no attacker came on. Yeah, we seen Kaka's son. That was crazy. Dribbles like him. I'm so gutted though for FPL, man. How can I put Rodgers on the bench, chat? Those are decisions which are unforgivable. At least we pick up the 9 points on the leaderboard. These will be 9 mega points. Yeah, I'm getting that question about what will it take for Pep to get sacked. The answer is he's not getting sacked this season. They can lose every single game and he still wouldn't get sacked. That's a ball. Rodgers against made the run. Rodgers. Good tackle from Bernardo Silva, who's at least done something good in this game. I think that's the first good thing he's done. He will walk. Yeah, if he, there's more chance he'll walk. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at where he picks up the ball, chat. Nah, chat.
Rodgers.
Chat.
Superbe encore, Morgan Rodgers
Chat.
qui élimine deux adversaires. Rodgers,
Chat.
inarrêtable. Rodgers qui va donner à McGinn. McGinn qui va frapper, il feinte. McGinn, Rodgers jusqu'au bout. Morgan Rodgers.
Madre mía.
Un but fabuleux, un talent éclatant. Morgan Rodgers pour le 2-0.
Look at Foden, by the way. Madre mía. Barnes says, if Pep quits, he's the biggest pussy. Is he the biggest pussy in football history? Nah, Pep will not quit. Foden has a shot, but it's straight at Emi Martinez, and that sums up how threatening City have been. It's been a very poor second half. Walker comes on, and their entire performance goes down. Savio was good at the start of the season. What happened? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, his decision making was always poor, but I agree he looked lively.
Good afternoon, fine sir. Have a great
Good afternoon,
weekend.
Ben. Likewise, sir. Super Saturday. Madu. Foden. And that sums it up. Foden gets it again. Dispossessed by Kamara. Kamara and Onana. Like I told you guys before the game started, they've completely ate City up. The Gundogan, Bernardo, Foden, they've been destroyed. It's going to be Gundogan who makes way for Savio. Wow. What a way to tarnish a legacy. Gundogan, for me, was you probably say definitely the best German player to play in the Premier League, right? But my oh my. Yeah, no De Bruyne still. I don't know what the thing with De Bruyne is. From what I was told a while ago by MC, De Bruyne De Bruyne claimed he's injured, but the coaching staff weren't finding any proof that he is still kind of injured. But De Bruyne always he hasn't felt comfortable. MC says, I am convinced Bernardo Silva could score 7 own goals and he still won't get subbed. MC says, if it was up to me, I'd pause contract talks with Haaland and Foden till they play normally again. MC. Look at Rodgers. Oh, madre mia. Gesù che jogador. Walker, yet again, annihilated. What's he going to do after the game? Is he going to go cry on Twitter about people making fun of him? Is he going to go on his stupid podcasts and complain? I'm very curious because what a beta male. Rodgers has done whatever he's wanted to do. Foden has a shot straight at the goalkeeper. There'll be a time City will be 2-0 down, 15 minutes to go, and you still back them to win the game. I think all of us watching here, even the most diehard of City fans, they will know they've been defeated again here. They know this game is as good as done. Theodore Bombazo, I'm really disgusted at how kids are speaking about the best manager in history and someone who has utterly dominated the Prem since his arrival. Chuckle and move on with these results and nothing more. The problems with City got nothing to do with Pep. He will be back once he has a normal squad next season. I disagree, Theodore. I don't think you can say it's nothing to do with Pep. I think he's at fault for the transfer window. He was happy with the squad. He didn't want any more new signings. But I agree with you in terms of like now from a tactical point of view, from a lineup point of view, I agree there's not much he can do. Although again, I would like to see one game where Gundogan and Bernardo Silva do not start. J. Lopez, no problem. You're a reactionary individual. We'll see in 10 years' time. Wow. Wow. Alvarez was playing for either KDB or Haaland all last season, and no one better than Ireland when they sold him. I said that. I said that at the time of him getting sold. The City fan base has blood on his hands, because on their hands, sorry, because they disrespected Alvarez. Cold Drake +9 here. Here's Haaland, 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 still Haaland, still Haaland, still Haaland, still Haaland. Oh my days. What a run from the best striker on the planet. He tried to do everything solo. It's not his strongest point, as we know, but Haaland is like, well, if I have no support, I'll try and do it all on my own. But Kamara was there again. He's been everywhere. You guys are so shameless. You guys are so shameless, honestly. There used to be a time on the leaderboard that everyone used to click City without needing to analyze. Yeah, true, Nico. Kurt, have you ever considered becoming a commentator on Sky or some other broadcast? I believe you would provide very insightful outlook. I know, no, to be honest with you, I've had offers, but no, like I believe I'm exactly where I need to be. You have no idea. Like most people on Sky that tune in, look at Rogers. They already have like a background of football knowledge. I'm exactly where I need to be, because you don't understand the people in my chat. Some of these guys, where I took them from when they started, they couldn't even watch 20 minutes of a football match. You know? So I'm so proud of my achievements. Like most of these guys, they were dirty FIFA nerds who didn't know anything about football. So for me, I'm exactly where I need to be. And of course, the mission is not accomplished yet. Far from it. MC says these guys are all jogging back when they're running through our midfield. Do they even care? You think there's an attitude problem? I think they feel like they've been defeated, MC. Obviously, Chelsea's the closest example we can see, when they won the league and the following year they finished 10th. I don't think it's going to get that bad for you guys, but there's no doubt about it. Mentally, the players, when you're so used to winning and all of a sudden you start losing, I think it's becoming even tougher for them to be able to turn it around, because it's almost like they can't comprehend it. They're not used to this. Ollie Watkins is about to come on for the run, probably. Stand an ovation, please. Thank you, Theodore. Appreciate the kind words, sir. Sergio Aguero is 10 times the player that Haaland will ever be. Jay Lopez, that's perfectly fine to have that opinion. And to everybody that is saying that, that's perfectly fine. However, what I want from you guys now is to stick with that opinion over the next 10, 12, 13 years. When inevitably Haaland goes back to scoring game after game after game, come in my chat and say the exact same thing. Because you won't, because I've seen this already. You weren't saying that at the start of the season. But it's all well and good you want to come and say it now. That's not a problem. But make sure you're here at the end and come and say it as well. Will do. Okay. I'll hold you to it. City Edin Dzeko was better than Haaland. Edin Dzeko was incredibly underrated, but I'm glad you brought up Dzeko because that's another good point. The City that in 2012, for example, when they won the Premier League title for the first time, look at the attackers City had. Aguero, Tevez, Dzeko, Balotelli. That's not to then get into the ones behind them, in David Silva, Nasri, Yaya Toure. Balotelli, that version of Balotelli, who was of course still treble winner that has just come from Inter. Even though we know how that turned out, they had a plan B every single game. They don't even have, look at the players on the bench that they attempt to bring on. You look at the City lineup and it's the same thing. The goals are only coming from one player. Oh my days, Rodgers again past Walker. He's looking for Watkins. He does find Watkins. Watkins straight at the goalkeeper. Morgan Rodgers. Oh, I've never seen a player come on like Walker has come on and be terrorized as much as he has. He's gonna have nightmares about Rodgers. Nightmare. Look at this. Oh. There was more personalities. That for sure, MC. But that you could say the same for any team in the world. That's just this generation, MC. You could say the same for any team in the world. That there were more personalities back then in the dressing room. I mean, have a look at Manchester United. You know? Like I said, I don't want to bash anybody for how you celebrate after you've beaten your rivals away from home. But could you imagine Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, in the dressing room, dancing, posting selfies when they've just won and they're 13th in the table? Could you imagine that? You know, it's the same for everybody. Gvardiol picks up a yellow. Another disappointing performance for him. Who do you have winning the boxing? Fury. No, watch along, but Fury. Is this supposed to be the next Maldini? He's struggling. He's struggling at the moment, Jack. But I'll stand by it. I think Gvardiol is a generational player. I think Gvardiol is the only defender I see that can win the Ballon d'Or. But obviously, it's not looking good at the moment. But we'll be back. We'll be back. That they always... Do you think that Didier Deschamps should consider benching Theo for Lucas Digne? He should, but he won't. Because Didier Deschamps has his favourites. Theo Hernandez is having a shocking season. Digne has been unbelievable. His best season in his career. Look at Rodgers. I'm in disbelief at what I'm seeing. I wonder if this is also his best position on the left. He's always played down the middle, but it seems to me like he's found a lot more space playing in that left-hand side with the freedom to cut in. Man of the match. It's close though. I think Tielemans also deserves a shout out for man of the match, but obviously Rodgers will get it. No. They don't. But I've said that as well. That's why I love when people will criticize Haaland. Foden never passes to Haaland. Bernardo Silva never passes to Haaland. These freaking two dumb and dumbers, Doku and Savio, they don't look for Haaland. The only player who looks for Haaland is De Bruyne. It's always been like that though. And sometimes Grealish here and there, sometimes. But they don't. It's Foden. It's always been like that. Even last season, he doesn't look for Haaland. It's crazy. But of course, you know, people will shit on Haaland and they'd want Haaland as a red flop and this and that. It's fine. Oh. Foden is a second striker, not a playmaker, says MC. Yeah, I hear what you're saying in terms of like, yeah, he's on a playmaker ability, but he is playing in his position, right? I mean, this is his position. There's no excuses. Rodgers is gonna get 14 plus bonus. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna fucking cry, man. Oh my days, man. Zed Mohad, you show some respect. Zed Mohadinho, don't be disrespectful to Pedri. Does the season mean Haaland will leave? You heard MCFC. MC says pause the contract talks. It's tough to say what's going to happen at Manchester City. I think Haaland will want guarantees. I think Haaland will want a left winger and a number 10 to be signed.
He doesn't get great service, and we don't maximize his strengths, but for a player of his size and quality, he gets bullied way too often by CBs. Also, he does get chances that should be buried even though they're limited.
Yeah, that I agree with. Like Haaland's finishing has been a bit off over the past few weeks. Go back to that game against Juventus. Go back to the game against Crystal Palace. You know, he has to score those, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's, I think, the biggest question we should be asking at the moment is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, will Manchester City be hearing the Europa League anthem next season? More importantly, will Manchester City make it through to the next stage of this year's Champions League? We'll go through again the fixtures they have after this. I can't quite imagine it. Even if the Premier League, in a best case scenario, has 5 teams eligible to play in the Champions League next season, City finishing in the top 5 without any reinforcements in January seems unlikely. They have to dip in the market, and in all likelihood they will. And that would or should probably be enough. But it also depends who they bring in. Don't be reactionary because they lost a few games. I'm not being reactionary at all, mate. If they don't bring in anybody in January, they're not finishing top 5. It's been pretty obvious now. This is the same stuff that's happening week after week. Insanity is expecting different results. They didn't create one single clear-cut chance today, Manchester City. We're approaching minute 90. The only one they had is that Gvardiol chance in the first half. That wasn't even completely clear-cut. Don't be disrespectful. That's the first ball they've whipped into Haaland. I mean, Jamal, he's been in flops basically every single week, so I'm not exactly sure what you were talking about. %100%, Saba, 100%. Is he coming off, Rodgers? If he's coming off, I don't care where you guys are watching this game from. You gotta stand up and you gotta applaud an absolute superstar of a performance. That's one of the best I've seen. For me, Kaka, chat. That is as Kaka-esque of a performance as you're likely to see. The finish was Kaka-esque as well. The pure pace and power, just incredible. Yes, he was up against Walker in the second half. That's one of the best performances you'll see in the Premier League this season. For me, a 10 out of 10. You know, the definition unplayable, that's unplayable. It's a term that is unfortunately used too frequently, as is the term world class. That was unplayable. That was world class. And I feel like Aston Villa may have found here the way forward as well in the next games. Because I think Rodgers' best position may be off the left. And that will allow Tielemans to play as a number 10 where he was exceptional, followed by Onana and Kamara in behind him. Keep it up, Rico Lewis. Keep it up. Then obviously there's a way of managing. I don't know what Pep will do. If I'm manager, and sure you could say I may not be manager for much longer, but I'll be completely honest. You're going to start sending a message to the players. The first thing I'll do, as soon as the players walk back to the dressing room after this performance, you got to set an example. I'd grab Rico Lewis by his hair and cut a few off. You got to send a statement. It's otherwise like it's players will keep doing the same thing over and over. Like you guys will say question mark, but yeah, it's true. You gotta do something as a manager. You gotta send a statement. It's when something's not working. Like I'm guessing Pep has screamed at the players. I'm guessing he's said a lot of stuff to them. It's not working. You gotta send a statement. Look at Foden again. Foden scores. Now then, the spoiler. Phil Foden has scored in the Premier League for the first time, is it this season? A very lucky goal. Good play from Savio. Now then. MC says a bit late. Oh, Lucas Digne tripped on the ball. Very, very fortunate for City. Digne tripped on the ball. Foden scores. 1 minute to go. Has the spoiler done it again? The PFA Player of the Year has finally turned up in the Premier League. And then Ortega chose to do that. Crazy. Now then. Surely not. All of a sudden, a little bit of nerves. City deserve nothing from this game. Oh, they're not happy with that. Why is it always City that are on the receiving end of these decisions? Like they don't play advantage. Mancala, you know, pick. That's a shout. Micah Richards did play for both teams. The spoiler is seconds away. That should be Emmy's ball. It is Emmy's ball. Referee, we're at your disposal. Whenever you're ready, kind sir. I'll get ready for the pose. It is all over at Villa Park. Unai Emery has defeated Pep Guardiola. Rodgers, man of the match. And Pep embraces Rodgers. Tielemans, second best player on the pitch. Massive shout out to Kamara, Onana. We'll go through all of that at the end of the game. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I only have one thing to say. Apologies for spoiling the football for you guys. Why you guys being disrespectful? The spoiler has come under massive scrutiny over the past weeks. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'm 500 in the leaderboard. That's not good enough. That's absolutely not good enough. I'm fighting to finish first. I understand I'm held to a higher regard than other people. I fully get that. And the last weeks have not been acceptable. It will not last. There's still plenty of football left to be played this season. We are in December. And here comes 04. 9 points. Look at Onana. 9 points. Correct spoiler. Away we go. Congratulations to the 374 people, rather 373, and myself for the 9 points. Of course, I got the 4 points from Milan yesterday, the 3 points from Bayern Munich yesterday. We're cooking. We're starting to cook. We'll start with the good news, I suppose. Or is it the bad news? I don't know. Let's start with the good news. That's the good news for the 9 points. The good stuff is for Aston Villa. We're gonna have to find Fofana. Sorry, Fofana gets kicked out. Tielemans gets in. Our midfield's already stacked. I'll be honest with you guys. I butchered his name. Tielemans. Phenomenal. Yeah, that midfield is stacked. So shout out to Onana. Shout out to Kamara. I don't think they're going to be able to get in the team of the week. Rodgers will of course get in, and we can give him. Sorry, Kimmich. We can give Rodgers the player of the week, and I don't think it's being taken away from him. For me, Villa have found the blueprint going forward. It's Onana and Kamara behind Tielemans, Rodgers on the left. They're cooking with high heat. Of course, shout out to Duran as well. McGinn was good. The whole team was really good, to be honest. And I feel like it's something that they can use to build upon into the next games. These two, especially him as well. Shout out to Boubacar. Phenomenal today. He covered everything. And the goal that City got was a mistake by Digne because City were not going to score. As for Manchester City, well, we've been here before. Kyle Walker gets in. He came on in the second half. Walker now has had, as you can see, it's been a common theme for Kyle Walker to be in the flops. Gvardiol, unfortunately, as well, gets into the flops. You know how much I love him, and I will back him. It's unexcusable, his performances over the past few weeks. With Walker, it's expected. It's expected. I don't expect anything more from him. With Rico Lewis, who'll get in as well, it's expected. I don't expect much from Rico Lewis. I mean, terrible performance. Gvardiol has to be held to a higher standard. He made a mistake in the very first seconds of the game where he played the run in. Not good enough. He has to be held to a higher standard, and I will not tolerate the idea, oh, well, he's not a center back and he's a left back. No, fuck that. But he was the best defender in the World Cup playing as a center back. Not good enough. Not good enough. City paid big money for him. I know the potential. We've seen the potential. We've seen the ability. For your performances to deplete and degrade as much as they have, it's not good enough. And then, of course, there's the usual suspects. Pep, you may be the GOAT manager, but you can't keep playing both of them at the same time. You can't. I've said this week after week. It feels like City play with 9. At least one. Just start with benching one of them and then see how it is. Start with benching one and then you move on. But if you're going to keep playing both, City are playing with 9 men. They don't have the legs anymore. They can't run. Gundogan especially. Forget about running. I think Gundogan will struggle playing walking football right now. You know, one of those, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen walking football where, like, it's just a bunch of old people playing, just walking around. I honestly think Gundogan will struggle to keep up with the pace in walking football. The guy moves like he's 5 pace at the moment. He completely and utterly destroyed his legacy. MC says Morgan Rogers, wow, best opposition player performance I've seen against us this season, and we sold him for 1 million when we paid 4 for him. Crazy. And then of course Haaland gets put in here. With Haaland, for me, it's the same story. I don't think Haaland is the problem for Manchester City. Today especially, I think he's missed chances in other games, and a player of his caliber should not miss chances especially when the team is struggling at the moment, like Juventus, like Crystal Palace. Today, you know, the chat will blindly say Haaland this, Haaland that. They don't pass to him. Foden never passes him the ball. And obviously Foden should be in the flops. He really, really should be, but he scores, so he somehow evades it. He never passes him the ball. Gundogan, I don't think he passed him the ball once. Grealish is the only one that tries. Bernardo Silva, he never passes him the ball. He never did. Little Portuguese jealous Frodo. I don't know if Cristiano Ronaldo has instructed Bernardo Silva not to pass the ball to Haaland because Ronaldo is scared that Haaland's going to break all his records. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know what the stage is, but they never pass him the ball. The only City player who plays the ball to him is Kevin De Bruyne. Period. It's the only player. Nobody else gives him the ball. So you can keep blaming Haaland all you want, yeah, but they don't play him the ball. Then you the 4, 5, 6, they don't blame the ball. Yeah.
Hello sir, I have a beautiful day. I was at the gym, then sauna, and then in the mosque. Now I am here and I have to see this ugly face. How you managed to make this look so bad and ugly. You dress like a child and behave like a child. This hair and acne, wow.
Noel, MUFC, Noel, thank you for the 49 months. Appreciate the sub, guys. I'm just saying. Now, I've made up with a cast information in my head. The issue is they keep bringing defenders and they're rushing them. People keep saying, why do Walker play? Why does Lewis play? I don't... Listen, in Pep's defense, we've seen Jamal Simpson pussy. He's terrible as well. I can't condemn Pep for playing Rico Lewis or Walker. As bad as Walker shouldn't be near the team. I get that, but we know when they all come back fully fit, they have to go to 4 centre-backs. Manchester City. They have to go 4 centre-backs. They're struggling to score, but obviously if you shut up shop at least and try not to concede first and foremost. It's these two that I have a problem with, because these two, there are alternatives. I don't know how he trains. We're not watching training. Can he really be worse than Gundogan? Can he really be worse than Bernardo Silva? I don't know. I'm struggling to imagine that he would. Obviously, some players coming back. Ruben Diaz injured again. Oscar Bob, we don't know when he's coming back. Manchester City, at the moment, make no mistake about it, they'll be lucky to be playing Champions League football next season. If they don't get reinforcements in January, I don't think they're finishing top 5. This is a team at the moment that looks in complete and utter disarray. Aston Villa move above them. They move up to 5th on 28 points. These are City's next matches. It can't continue like this, can it? Imagine before the season, someone showing you guys this. If you exclude the Forest game, how crazy that is. What is that shit? This is... It can. They've got Everton at home on Boxing Day. That's the early kickoff.
Yoji, Congrats on the wicked spoiler
Thank you.
fan.
Thank you, G.
Incredibly ice cold stuff, RK.
Appreciate it,
The
man.
spoiler is back.
Thank you.
See you for the Palace
Indeed,
Arsenal
Rossi.
game later, slime.
Then they've got Leicester away, home West Ham, home Salford City. This could be the game where they bounce back. Hit 7 past Gary Neville's team. Here's the issue for City now. Here's the problem. In the Champions League, this is the concern. PSG are picking up form. In all likelihood, I can't see City getting anything at the moment. It depends, obviously. It's still a month away, so there's plenty of time left. This has always been a problematic fixture for them. Ipswich away. Then they'll have Chelsea and Arsenal away. Oh, madre mia. Madre mia. This period here, Newcastle, Liverpool, Spurs. City won 8 points. City won 8 points. Assuming they lose to PSG, let's assume it's the worst case scenario, they lose to PSG. They have to win the game against Bruges. They would have to beat Club Bruges at home.
Gvardiol's level of concentration is shocking. He is
It
way
is.
more effective when has the ball at his
Definitely,
feet.
Sally, no doubt
He
about
is
that.
better as a fullback. Also, apparently we are not getting.
I know, that's what MC told me.
Big rebuild
Crazy.
in the summer
It's a
needs-
write-off. It's a write-off.
This year is a write-off.
Imagine the pressure on the City players in this game. Manchester City to be eliminated in the Champions League group, not even group stages, that in this new format, to not finish in the top 24 teams, the effect that will have on Pep's legacy, I'm sorry to say, but that will have a big, huge effect. And it is possible. It would definitely be possible. Yeah, league phase, I mean, crazy. And then will they even be playing again in the Champions League? It's crazy. Crazy scenes. It is Everton at home next. So we'll see. On to the bad news, unfortunately. Richie says, I know you probably want that, but could you please get a fixing Manchester City segment? There's no fixing City segment. The only way they can fix themselves is if in January they go and they bring in players. This squad, like I said, you can criticize Pep all you want at the moment, and I wouldn't play Gundogan and Bernardo Silva, no doubt. Not at the same time. But look at this. I mean, starting 11-wise, I don't know. I don't know. There was no fixing. I proposed the formation of, I had Stones playing as a defensive midfielder. I had that idea in my... What the f... I had that idea in my head. Is it 1-1-10? Is it actually 1-1-10, chat? Does someone have the record? 1-1-10. This... Was it Richarlison that cursed City? This is what I'm saying.
Can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
It's me.
I can't, man, I can't. But this is what I'm saying. I said this during the game. Whatever Pep's saying at the moment at halftime or at full time is not working. I don't know how legal this is, but you gotta go beyond. Grab Rico Lewis by his hair. Grab him by his hair at full time. Start sending statements. Do your team to grab him by his freaking hair and start sending messages to the rest of the team. Because this is not acceptable. They're not even trying. They don't look like they're trying. Defending champions like this, crazy. One thing I will not do though is definitely not discount City long term. Remember Chelsea in the position they were in. Won the league in 2015, finished 10th in 2016, won the Premier League in 2017. Yes, they changed managers in order to do that. But you gotta send the statement. Now for the bad news. Here's the bad news. The bad news is I've got 11 points plus bonus points on the bench. Oh, that hurts, man. Oh, that hurts. He's not even the first option of the bench. Like, if something happens to my players, he's not even coming on. Who would you get in January? Richie, for me, they need one of Zubimendi or Bruno Guimaraes, and neither is happening. Then I start looking at maybe Ederson, backup striker. I don't know who that backup striker even could be, mind you, because who's gonna want to come in to play behind Haaland? Disastrous stuff for the spoiler. For the Premier League matches coming up, we've got Genoa Napoli at 6, Osasuna Athletic. Oh, Mohad, what a game. So Isaac is in action. He's got the armband for me. Let's hope he can deliver. Here's my predictions. I've got Brentford Forest. I've got Brentford 2, Forest. I'm going to go for a rare clean sheet for Brentford. Forest 0. Ipswich Newcastle, I'm going Ipswich 1, Newcastle 3. West Ham Brighton, I'm going West Ham 2, Brighton 2. Genoa Napoli, I can tell you guys if you guys are interested in that one. Genoa took points off Milan last week. I think Vara's back. Let me triple check that one. Was he still injured? He may still be injured. I'll probably go Genoa 0, Napoli 1. One of those like boring 1-0 Napoli wins. And then of course we'll be back for Palace, Arsenal. City are 1-2-9 in their last games. Yeah, 1-2-9 is, I mean, if you told me that at the start of the season. Someone said 1-2-9. Is it actually? Yeah, 12 games, 9 losses, 2 draws, 1 loss, or 1 win. 27 goals conceded. Jesu, you're the puta, man. Oh yeah, they have a new owner. Kamara phenomenon, for sure, no doubt about it. The chat wants Haaland as a red flop, but I urge you guys to resist for now, and then we'll see at the end. Do Aston Villa go above City? That seems sensible. That seems a pretty natural choice. City could be out of the club power rankings. As a matter of fact, I'm not exactly sure what they're still doing here, to be completely honest. And in the Ballon d'Or power ranking, do we drop Haaland even lower than this? This is so sad to see. Let's wait for the others to play. Haaland out. You guys are so disrespectful, so reactionary. City out, get Milan in. Milan are shit, man. I swear since Amorim has joined, he has done more interviews than Pep has got points. Where are the interviews for Pep for City doing so bad? The chat wants Haaland lower. Chat. Where is Vinny? He's close to getting in, Vinny. But these have been our most consistent players of the season. Lower. Keep going. Lower. We're not going lower. We're not going lower yet. Don't be disrespectful. Chat. How quickly you guys forget. How quickly you guys forget. Remember, by the way, a Haaland flop performance is literally agenda inspired by the chat. How quickly you guys forget. Alas. You guys are so disrespectful. Okay, keep it up. Do you think City play too conservative? Why not have Savinho and Doku start and have them run at defenders? They've done that before. They've done that before. It still didn't work. It still didn't work. The players aren't good enough. Some of the players aren't good enough. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Anyways, we'll be back for Palace versus Arsenal, Selhurst Park, and then of course the big match from tonight, Barcelona Atletico Madrid, and then of course the boxing. Isaac, please, for my FPL, please deliver.